The Futures Trust is a multi-academy trust which was formed in 2015. We are a family of primary and secondary schools who work very successfully together, collaboratively, in order to raise the horizons and aspirations of our learners. The Futures Trust recognise that its staff are the absolute key.
So we're going to have a little look at the front cover first and see if we can work out what it's about and when it might be set and where it might be set.
Attracting the best staff, support staff and teaching staff is paramount to us. What we try and do is ensure that people feel settled and happy from the moment they are working with us, and that they see that they have a career path and they're valued, and that there's actually somewhere to go across the trust.
My job is to bring the trust together. With all of our schools, we have upwards of 50 trainees. That's a support network of 50 peers to help you through in different schools, in different backgrounds of all sorts of different varieties. Pedagogy is about the strategies that teachers use to teach. However, for every department and every subject, it's slightly different. Also, subject knowledge. We've recently seen changes to our GCSEs with A-level work dropping in, and we've seen changes to A-levels with degree-level work dropping in. We need to make sure our teachers are able to teach to that level and beyond to know where the pupil has to go. Subject mentors are crucial in that respect. Not only is it that day-to-day support, the pastoral care of the teacher as well, but also making sure their subject knowledge is adequate or more than adequate to do the job.
The Trust has been fantastic in ensuring that I've been given opportunities for career progression and ensuring that I always felt supported in all of the areas I wanted to focus on for my own continuous professional development.
I was approached quite soon after we joined the Trust to have a conversation about my own career path and where I saw that going, and quite quickly after that I was put forward to take part in a leadership programme, a nationally accredited leadership programme, which I have since completed the first stage of and have secured my place on year 2. So for me personally, it has really given me a platform for where my career can go.
There's huge advantages to working within the Futures Trust. As a primary colleague, it allows us the opportunity to collaboratively work with secondary colleagues. In terms of the journey for the children themselves, it means that we have a better understanding of where they're going to in secondary school. And vice versa, those colleagues working in secondary school are able to work alongside ourselves and see the experience that we've got with children before they get to secondary school.
My career change from law to teaching was definitely worth it. That's when I came to Stoke Park as a cover supervisor. I then progressed onto the teacher training course with Schools Direct, and then I moved on to now being an NQT, and I've also had a promotion now to assistant head of house.
Across the Trust, you've got access to outstanding practitioners in every department, every type of role, and just having time and a simple thing of having those colleagues on the end of a phone. If you've got a difficult decision to make, pick up the phone, you know, what are you going to do about that? What do you think? And I think that's what genuine collaboration looks like. I think you can structure the collaboration, you can have formal meetings, but actually in the end it's about people having access to other people and being able to really talk.
I followed the Teach First route, so I came straight out of university, having studied a geography degree, and studied at Birmingham City University for 6 weeks before then being placed at Stoke Park School, where I've completed my training for 2 years.
Because it's a small community, the Futures Trust has provided us with a greater depth, if you like. So we've got greater support mechanisms than we had previously. We're working weekly with secondary leadership teams, secondary teachers, secondary pupils, to try and bring what we do to be much more purposeful and to make it better for the children.
We've done things with the other schools in the Trust in humanities, so I'm a humanities teacher. So going across to them, seeing some of their lessons, seeing how they're teaching things, developing new ideas, collaborative meetings as well, particularly focused around year 11 and the exam structure, so supporting each other with that because it's all these new exam boards, how do we help each other, and then being put onto this LEE programme, this kind of young leaders programme to encourage people to start moving up through the leadership ranks and look to the future of teaching, the future of my profession in teaching.
Something that the Trust does very, very well is the coaching, mentoring of leaders across and bringing people on, giving them the experiences and access to support that you need to be able to be very high performing in a very challenging role. It gives an extra dimension to the CPD that we're able to offer. And that's everything from aspirational junior leaders who might be new into the profession up to the most senior leaders. I think I would be a good case study of that. I joined President Kennedy School as an NQT and find myself now as a head teacher at Bars Hill, having never left the trust but having had a range of different opportunities.
I would never have believed that I would be in the position I am currently if I wasn't in this trust. They recognise ambition, and if you want to go forward and you want to go far, they will ensure that that happens.
Being here has made me realise that I do really enjoy teaching. Despite all of the various challenges that our kids offer, it's definitely the career I want to stay in.
Is an advantage being part of the Futures Trust. That's because there are so many more doors open to us in terms of progression. I am looking at moving on to doing a middle leaders course and progressing my career further.
I'm really proud of the Futures Trust. We built our trust on 3 core values. Learners first, it's about learning and no barriers. We look for people who will cherish and uphold these values, no matter what their role. We know that it is what drives people that makes our schools exciting and outstanding places to learn and work.
The Futures Trust opens up lots of opportunities for both support staff and for teachers. So they may be based in one school and develop their career to a certain point, and then we will be able to develop their skills maybe in another school and offer them a role within that school, or even working with several schools or all the way across the trust.
The Futures Trust is made up of a mix of different types of schools, all with different Ofsted ratings, primary and secondary schools. We all share the same values, the same ethos and the same beliefs. It's really quite simple. We put the students first and we make sure the best teachers are standing in front of our pupils.